Hello all, this is Georgios Pligoropoulos, and today you're finding me in the mood of sharing with all of you my LinkedIn connections or whoever else sees this in YouTube. I want to summarize a little bit from my 11 plus years of in the IT industry, from the experience and the knowledge to tackle a little bit regarding software, where quality comes from. I mean, obviously, quality, and that it's dependent on the observer. Quality for the customer is a high quality product that that makes him to enjoy the product or even love the product. For the stakeholder, a high quality product is something that makes revenue, of course. And for the team members, is to for them to work on a high quality product. It would not be the same. If you put software engineers to work in a file where you have 30,000 lines of code and no comments inside, and it's different if you have like a high quality product, or like if you work in a very redundant old like assembly programming language instead of working with a high level language with like Python. Um so this is like, team members want to work on a high quality product, stakeholders and customers want to enjoy. But first, let me say why there is this problem with software. Why we can make, I don't know, why we can make these nice noise cancelling speakers here. That it's, very high quality, you could say that. And it's immediately visible, right? That these are high quality from Sony. Okay, I'm not bragging that I have this, but it's immediately visible to you. I didn't have to say much. I could compare it with, I don't know, try to find something like low quality here, like this pen here, okay. I mean, it seems to you like it's a big pen, right? It's not nothing special, not a high quality pen that you would adore or something. Um, and so let's see what is the problem here. So which is of higher quality? You see the two engines. You cannot be sure, but like from immediately, the one on the left is of higher quality, but and usually is, right? Like if you pay attention, the different colors and the fact that it's cleaned, and and you start noticing that the way that it is arranged, it seems that on the left side, it seems to be easier for someone to work on that engine. On the right side, it's not only that I see an ugly picture, it's also that I see many wires that are there, like, or small pipes that are ready to be easily cut and easily to have a defect and a problem. Like it's immediately visible. But think of that, software, right? Like two folders, okay. Nothing to make it visible, nothing to make this. On the left, you could have awesome code. On the right, you could have a horrible code that it's very slow to be executed as well. You cannot tell. Like by looking at that, nothing can give you a hint. So yeah, the visibility of the product. So other industrial products, you just look at them. It's visible. Like you can detect defects by sight. In the software, you cannot do this. Some remedy of that would be to have some kind of automated quality metrics like SonarQube or others, to use them as an indicator, which is used. It's not like to use them 100%, but it's good as an indicator. So this is one major a challenge that we have in the software. And we have also a second one, and let's think about again industrial products. So this vapor, how many functions that this has? Like it has like one button, and I see a couple of buttons at the bottom to adjust the power of of the vapor and of the smoke. But just three buttons I see there, not many functionalities. Okay, you get a keyboard. You have a few hundred functionalities, but still finite. Even more complex products like this car engine again, like this. Okay, it has a range, but it does like a specific thing, right? It's meant to have some range from I don't know, 1,000 RPMs to 7,000 RPMs, and within this range to do a specific functionality. Maybe there are a couple of different functionalities to that, right? I don't know, to be going forward or backwards, but still it's like a finite thing. Now consider software here, right? Um, in software, I mean, look at these menus. Like everyone is adding and adding and adding features all the time, and it's easy to do, you would say. And then from all these features, from all these menus, you have like it's not that they're infinite. The features themselves are like okay, you could say taking I would give you a high number, like imagine like 1,000 points that you can click from buttons and menus and sub menus. Okay, maybe exaggerating, but let's say 1,000. The point is like how the user can use all of that. The user can follow different paths here and do all sorts of things that you wouldn't imagine. So if these are not really independent one from another, it could give you, an actually infinite ways that you could have your software be used. And then it's the second problem. So millions here. The second problem, the second challenge. It's about complexity, right? Other industrial products, thousands of operations in software, millions. So the remedy, you want the decision makers, whoever are those, for design or logic requirements, to need to have some technical intuition. Again, this is not like a full scale remedy, but this is like trying to tackle this problem of complexity. Um, and then start now describing, where the quality really comes from. But let's think of this Michelin restaurant, like you have, imagine yourself, you're an owner of this Michelin restaurant suddenly, and so you're saying to your, to the staff there that you start and you say, okay, we're gonna cook. This is what our customers want. We're just gonna cook all the time, and then you become like Microsoft, and you deliver all the time, right? You delivered. So this is delivery. Deliver. You're cooking. You're cooking. You're cooking. You're cooking. And then you're saying that okay, this is not enough. We cannot cook, and we need also to wash the dishes, like to do some maintenance, as you would say in software. And so you're washing the dishes there, and then this is not enough as well, because you need to find the new recipes, new equipment, new chefs, new ideas. I mean, it's you need to invest, right? You need to take time and resources to invest. You need to have you might improve your restaurant as it looks in the picture there, that you have a restaurant inside an aquarium. Actually, this is the surroundings, an aquarium, and your restaurant is inside this aquarium. Uh, you need people to have these ideas. You need to have the proper equipment. You need to invest, right? So the cooking, as we said, is like solve engineering problems and deliver the solution. Washing the dishes is like refactoring, cleanup, make readable code, more robust, more immutable variables, etc. And and of course, finding new recipes means like allocating time and continuously to research or build proof of concepts. How are you gonna get to these innovative ideas? You're not gonna hire smart people who have experience all of the time. You need to build proof of concepts with new tools that you find, and this way you will gonna bring exponential growth to your organization. So from this restaurant story, we have our 2 points. Like first of all, where quality comes from, like doing more with less. And I have there in the parentheses, when you feel that you're always ahead from competition, like, right, like, forget about the competition. You need to do more with less. Your tools, what you use, need to be such of high quality that when combined together, they bring you in such an advanced. You have so much more advantageous. Okay, if I can pronounce it correctly, an advantageous position where you don't need to worry. You just you're ahead of the game, right? Uh, you are there ahead of the game. So um, when you can do this, then you have high quality, and this is also a metric from the other point of view. If you rush and if you don't have time, if you need to do more with more, then this means that you lack quality. Actually, you need to take care of the quality. And uh, and the second point is like where quality comes from is from balancing now and soon, right? You have to take care of what's happening now, but you also have to take care of the near future. What you need to balance, all of the time. You cannot. You need to maintain the quality, right? It's not only to have. So you say, oh, I have reached a certain state of quality. Quality always arrives, and you maintain the quality, and you do. So it's like a marathon, right? You need to balance what resources are being spent to now and how much we invest in the future, how much refactoring we're doing, how much, and especially proof of concepts we're building from them, to have little startups in the organization that you know uh, take a new idea and they make it a new feature to our software product. We need to have to allow the engineers to know, to put to put like sprints where you're gonna focus on the delivery alone, but you also need to have relaxed sprints where you have the time to now you know have everything, the time in order to explore new things, right? And let's go to the next one. um, so so you have here a team. This is so so much in contrast to what happens in the offices, right? You have here a bunch of people, but in the office you have a bunch of people working on their desks, and they maybe sometimes don't talk to each other, like like these guys. In order to achieve this, right, you need to have everything planned, right? Everyone needs to be seen. So maybe not everyone, but imagine like the guy on the 2019 and 18 that you see there. They need to be in sync of what they're doing. Everyone knows their role, and they need to be synchronized. They need to be aware and look at each other. Maybe something doesn't go as planned, right? Maybe there's some defect with this tire, and the number 19 realizes it and updates immediately number 20. How often this happens in the office, right? To immediately, feel that you're part of the same team, and you immediately, liaise with the other, or everyone is in sync. Like, imagine if number 18 in your screen in thought that number 20 will come from the other side, from the right side of number 19, then it would be a mess. And the ultimate goal, the race would be lost for sure. I mean, here you play with the milliseconds actually, and and everyone here, um, like, it's impossible, and you need to trust, right? Like, you need to trust one another. Like, for example, uh, again, imagine, like, let's bring you now to the top left, which is a similar, no, sorry, top right part of the screen. It's a similar, like number 7. Like, what if number 7 knows for sure that number 6 is going to be late? Or if he knows that he number 6 will not bring the correct kind of tire, he will bring a weather tire instead of bring the right one. So if number 7 does not trust number 6, then number 7 will not do anything, right? uh, so um, this is about both individuals, but also in terms of organizations and management, how much they try to take an emphasis of, or see or feel, does my team members like trust each other? If they don't trust each other, like, this is a huge problem. We're not gonna make it. You're not a Formula One driver. You're a Formula Three driver. You're a car driver, okay, but you're not Formula One. You're not high quality. Uh, so this is one thing where quality comes from, right? It's from good planning and trusting each other. This is not going to succeed. You're not gonna have a product. So the product here in the previous is the product actually of this process is to change the tire, to have new tires and fueled car, and this has to work in a very high performant, in a few seconds, to do all of these tasks. Let me have some water. Ah, so so from good planning and trusting each other, like, yes, quality comes from that, believe me. So let's move on. Here, let's see, um, let's compare this here, the motivation. You see two teams, you know, um, this can be a meeting, it can be a presentation, or it can be also a retrospective. How do you feel about these two teams? Who is going to bring a better product to you? Who is going to deliver something of higher quality? Isn't it the top left team more obvious, more engaged, smiling? They're doing great. The folks at the bottom right part of the screen, they are, they don't want to hear, they disengage, they're thinking of other stuff. uh, like, why should I care for the company? Obviously, why should I care for the product? Like, people ask themselves, right? They reach at a point where they say, like, why should I care? Uh, uh, like, why should I care for the company? Like, is this a team that I belong? Like, it's time. So this falls a little bit more on the company side, on the management side, and of the leaders, of the various leaders that an organization has placed. So you need to know that the team members are thinking of this all of the time. I mean, why should I care? Even the most well-intended team members, eventually something will happen, uh, and they will start asking this question. And to place this, also this goes all the way to the pay raise, right? It's not only about the culture. It's also about the benefits, and you know um, the best I can give you is a 2% raise. So no problem, I'll just lower the quality of my work until my pay feels fair. Like, again, why should I care for the company? The company doesn't care about me. They don't want to pay me. They don't want to see me, with a new car, or they don't want me to renovating the house, or they don't want to for my children to have a better education that I need to provide for them. So why should I care for the company? And why should I care for the product? And when the employee sees that, forget about anything else. Like, forget about the high quality. You need to suffer. You will suffer a lot. Like, and I'm not talking about unreasonable. Someone who is not reasonable and asks about non-reasonable stuff. Like, let him go. Like, he doesn't belong. And an unreasonable person doesn't belong in the organization, right? But someone who is reasonable, and he can offer. So so yeah, there are, again, here is an example of how management is being done. Is about, these are the stakeholders, the parent, and all the rest of the team members are like the children. The stakeholders give an example. This is how you're gonna run things. They give it to other managers, to middle management or something. That you have the parent, and gives a good, and I really love the example at the bottom here, at the bottom right here, because someone who, let's say the parent there, gives sees a dirty street. So he has already himself received a bad image from the society, or from his past experiences. So what he sees is dirt, and so he just throws more litter to the road, and then the child follows. So if you are, if you're bullies, if you are, in general, if you're not someone who can, have give a great culture. If you cannot give a great example, forget about the rest of the team members following you. So they will not do this. So you will not have a high quality product. Uh, and this is the fourth point. Sorry, and that is, a great quality comes from a great culture, right? It's like you build a culture, and this is like, you have a great culture. You don't need to test the product. A great culture, like, generates a high quality product. It's kind of obvious, but it's a difficult job, to build a great culture. And you need to want this, actually, to see some value in it. If you don't see some value in it, um and then, here, right? Um, we have uh, you know uh, different employees. Like imagine that these two are on the right, the guy on the right, he's a senior. He knows a lot of stuff. He has gained some skills, but he decided that I'm here just to get the paycheck. Like not motivated at all. On the left, you have the this woman that she has put. If you pay attention there, like choose joy, right? Like she wants to enjoy. So she's choosing that. She's motivated. This is her motto: choose joy. So she's engaged there. She has lost track of time. She's inside the problem. She's trying to do the best, and you should trust her. You should trust. She might be a junior, but she seems like the person that will go the extra mile, uh, to tackle the challenge, whatever that may be, to do the extra research. Sometimes it just needs an extra Google search, and this junior might be proven to have some awesome ideas that the senior, the unmotivated senior, will not have. It's about attitude. And then, this woman there on the right, she's, she's always helpless. Like, oh, I don't know. I, mm, uh, I don't know. I cannot do this. This is not possible. I don't. Which means like actually, I don't want to go out of my way to. I don't want to learn this difficult thing that you ask me. Yeah, no, this is not cannot be done. And then you need to have people who are not gloomy all the time, who are positive, like people who are like, yes, I'm gonna do it, or I'm gonna try a little bit, and come back and tell you that and prove you that this is not correct, or at least engage a little bit with what you asked me, and not be helpless all the time. It's about attitude. Like you if someone feels helpless all the time, or he or she thinks that someone, an expert, will come and help, and an expert will build the framework, and an expert will do all of these difficult stuff, and I'm just here to do the easy stuff. No, 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 don't have these kind of team members. Just show them that this is not a place for them. Like, and I'm afraid some people can act differently, but the attitude has been built. It's part of a personality trait. You cannot change that. It's not easy for an organization to change that in an adult. Right? This has deep roots back in adolescence and childhood. Like, ask the psychologist for more. Right? It's um, and let's go to see the next bullet here. Where quality comes from attitude, not from skills. Skills can be learned. You have heard this a lot of times, but really, really, try to think of ways in an interview where people appear to be shiny, to find the how their attitude, how they would how they would react in difficult challenges. Um, so the attitude, always is above skills. And then for the last one, and this is the last one, a Greek, I don't know, you've seen a lot of times Greeks saying things, like putting a Greek thing inside the presentation. But this one is something that I really, really like. It's the name called Meraklis, and Greekly spelled Meraklis there. It's translated as a devotee. And if you can find those people who are like that, and I'm going to describe them in a moment, it's not, the translation is not correct. It's not a devotee. It's not someone who, will do whatever. I'm devoted to that. Do whatever you tell me or something. Or, I'm, it's our people who give value to beyond the actual work. And let me try again. I'll put you away from software, and here this chef. So here we have a chef who is presenting the dish to their customers. So this is, so you have not experienced this many times. The chefs are inside the kitchen, and the difference here is like that this chef, he believes that his product, he feels the connection with the customer. He, like, when he was making this dish, he was actually feeling, he had empathy, right? This is even a more difficult thing to perhaps to measure in an interview, or if you in a team member, but you will see this, like, it's one of the things, people could go the extra mile because of ego, or because they want to be competitive and stuff like that. But people who will offer you a very, very, very high quality product is those that they feel that they are part of the product, and that they actually feel part of the product itself, right? They feel that when you deliver these, when I will have, like, I am the customer, right? And I have get these headphones. They feel that, they feel my pleasure when I'm in a noisy room and I wear this, and this is not a Sony advertisement, by the way. Just happen to have them here. But yeah, they actually feel that they are part of the product. They actually connect with the customer, even in a distant way. This chef is doing it here in a very close way. It's okay. It's more humane, more, but people are feeling in the software industry. And this can be the engineers, the designers, the managers. It can be any people, right? Any person, any individual inside the organization who feels that he's part of the product, and he feels like that this product actually helps me. He feels this way, or he feels like that he wants to pay it forward. So at some point in his life, he received a product. The product was awesome. A software product was awesome to him, and he feels that as this engineer or whoever, like this entire team, made this product and I enjoyed it, he feels that he's paying it forward to 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 the customers, to the clients. So he sees them. He actually brings them inside the tribe, if I may say, right? This is like he builds a product, not even for himself, for the entire tribe. He feels that that we're all part of this problem, and we have built this, so we can all get excited. We can all love it. We can all love this product, and the part of the revenue that comes along is the revenue, like that you're paying for the product and I'm receiving this payment, is part of like it's a side effect, right? It's a side effect of the whole process of me loving you as a customer, and you loving the product, and uh, you know uh, and again, this is an extra level. I don't think that you can find this in many people, but if you have some key people in your organization, please try to place people like that who will, who actually enjoy, who you see them enjoy um, uh, their work, who are thrilled by their work, who are not workaholic, but they're thrilled by their work, right? Uh, and you can call them, you are a Meraklis. Um, and this is the last bullet, and let's summarize this. So this is where quality comes from, right? First of all, doing more with less, right? Is when you're doing this, you're having great quality. The balance, the now and the soon. Like if you don't balance this, quality is gonna go. It's gonna evaporate. You either if you are spending too much time on the future, you're gonna you're gonna build something that it's not worth it. Like a very important thing about production and delivery is about timing, right? uh, you need to have a good timing. If you care too much about the future, um, you have built, okay, a high quality product, but this product is not useful anymore. It belonged to the past. And if you care too much about now, you're going to lose the quality and nobody will enjoy the product. From good planning and trusting each other, and there, try to think of a real team building exercise, not like fake kind of corporate that we have done something to to build the trust between our employees, but have employees talk to each other, have them learn each other better. Think of them, you have to treat them as as other, not as an office kind of thing. You have to treat them, you have to take ideas from other fields like Formula One, as we said, like from basketball, from football. You need y- anyway, in other areas, right? You need to have to get ideas from there. And also great culture. You don't need anything about that. It's just this comes actually from I believe from the top management and the CEO and CTO and founders of the company, that to build a great culture you need to put um, in management positions people who are leaders, people who know how to be leaders, and these people will bring the great culture, and then you're gonna enjoy the a high quality product almost magically. You will not be able to to pinpoint exactly that this exactly thing happened, but from a great culture emerges an awesome product. From attitude, from people. When you're getting people, take people with an awesome attitude, who are motivated, who enjoy, who feel they belong, who will go the extra mile. And lastly, that people, and try to get people Meraklis. It's difficult. You have to think about people who, like I described before, that was like that you met in your life and were like that, and you need to believe that those people can bring can bring value. uh, Try to get some Meraklides in plural in your company, and those people are going to love your customers. They're gonna take care of the customers, and the customers then are gonna take care of the business. And this is how you have. So this is. I don't think that's anything missing from here, but please, spam me all you want if you have something that it's not included in this bullet point. It's something that I might have forgot completely, perhaps. Um, I try to make it here not rules but principles. So based on those principles, you build the rules and you make the actions. So I'm not giving you actions here. I'm giving you principles, and so you need to. So what happens after? It's your work. What happens after you have these bullet points is for you to fill the gaps here. You know, to where the quality comes from. So you need to do what what needs to be done in order to have the high quality and uh, not only be profitable, not only enjoy, but also leave a great legacy, right? Someone, because what remains at the end, it remains the legacy. How you want to be remembered. You want to be remembered as someone who created an awesome product that everyone loved. Thank you very much, and see you around.